Learn with Duop.
Welcome back to Learn With Duop. I hope Malpankun, you'll be here. We're going to deal with wala chabin the global trend dung man student chapter 2 serge me ngai kon chapter 1 chapter nen ne renin te show so wala bana chapter 2 bana which okay re chapter 2 mane bana la part kel chat ke chapter 1 so chat anya understanding foreign policy and diplomacy so re de bana national interest bana gujingu then bana foreign policy behavior bana kon which so re de topic mane take a subtopic ne ready and bane foreign policy bane gujingo bane define bane foreign policy objective bo bane guj then bane foreign policy behavior bo mane foreign policy dimension ko ne ka instrument ne in foreign policy ka bane guj then lastly bane overview dung foreign policy of Ethiopia bane guj from runde juwo mane runde pay tekna okay so video message ka kin subscribe de jolong ko subscribe comment subscribe thank you very much jelo that for the support chat me chala re changi YouTube dan ja monetize so de nyogo ten nyogo la bala be ma ala ran la nanga 6 minutes wala 7 minutes chang bele le download okay so without further ado bana talk chat mo ngi kona ya tanya understanding foreign policy and diplomacy but before current foreign policy current nga jelong go brand national interest goro brand nga jingo national interest ko basically national interest then ko foreign policy ko ilo use ke jamon right then what foreign policy la ke jamon so ngujene national interest national interest ka simple language da kon la interest dum country ka manana gor country maje okay so then fara ka set of values key orientation key goals and objective then kon ko country then go to da achieve kango ka international relation da ko an international relation between different country key state can different country to taken different national interest so and with kajan relationship mo because their national interest bikan ka on ko bikan lahat ko kan ko use on ko bikan kul relate ka widi ko right so kan normal take sense large national interest para ko ka sa da purpose tin ko da nation da on ko da gor ke da ship ko ngota ka foreign relation da okay tin ko da latin da gor ko da ship foreign relationship da okay ka descriptive sense and national interest quite regard as those purpose in conduct nation ke state through leadership de ko pursue persistent over time agenda na ka den conduct ko pursue persistently over time to chala ke national interest ko ka descriptive sense so Columbus criteria ne in to take national interest quite define okay check I like okay those criteria include the following okay bana already one by one okay check me konen man ma operational philosophy kwa mane ta da system da operate ke okay ta da system da operate ke so depending on time and location you may choose one of two major style okay one of them is Sinkofi style so Sinkofi style mane will be leader rack in bold and sweeping fashion okay so don't me fai like as leader di should berech di new practice ke new policy ni man institution ni di ke introduce ke padalong di policy ni te tan wal di ke discontinue di ke pal okay so this type of style la government la ba control long ka their new development can policy ni can to ala ba control long ten kala kana believe long o the and consequently in policy ga dien ke idea ni kin to predictable and controllable okay no la kana go yo kan policy ni kin ti ta bo ena ba ke consequently kin ka predictable ke ka controllable which is making ke o ko ena ba di okay so ka style dong incremental style gwamani o the leader da again caution okay da again caution kada lana manan min da ladalo you know experimental fashion je follow okay through the water through trial and error approach okay through trial and error approach so da to wan da number 1 jata di yo da mo dong nyaw on da mo dong nyaw on so ka do ben kat mana me da ma gwa dan no da kan ja gona okay criteria dong ideological criteria wa mane or bu government be ideological by idea ki ideology dong they employ ki they set up based on that idea their relationship there with other state they establish ke okay they establish ke so with that idea the friend can enemies ke they can leader they can identify using the litmus test of ideology okay so an example which ke yana mane inen ka tam kul war medan me naro ken dak ka two ideology the communism kana capitalism so from there she needed contact ka communism ja kan needed ka capitalism langun ala enemies nikian all right so an ideology global government by ideology employ through that ideology by foreign policy de ke foreign relation de be kul establish de o wajimet bi ko marka wajimet marka na ideology on right so criteria dong moral kan legal criteria so gwamane state ki country kwaja expect ko bedede kwaja expect ko be act morally ka do me acceptable to all okay so will be act honestly through that honesty with your public decision be kula make okay be kula mark so moral behavior ka international politics para ko di permis di keep treaties ne ko ni tangina di respect di chang ka di ne content tin country in the kong chang developing a weak wala powerful league pollution kan the exploitation they avoid chang jin wen midong dan along ka exploit okay they avoid exploitation ka they stand up for a principle then kong wata then you are committed in okay morally right okay ka they are widely accepted ka your culture so ka international politics jan tango in ta ke moral behavior mi ka jan mo then criteria dong pragmatic criteria okay pragmatic criteria gwa mane wo bihak ka do me careful way all right bihak do me careful way with rationality whatever you are doing be calculate be do gwa be think about it okay which is the dial content maguji dong da jek be do be evaluate gwa whether that jek your country interest well that your country interest ko to dial con sera gan ro di ke calculate kan dial advantage ni kan disadvantage ni tin ko on benon ka your country interest so through those through that calculation di kula ak di decision on di kula make okay here and guam set ke guam ne you are not doing things on emotion and profession but you are doing them based on real calculation okay scientific analysis okay scientific analysis mandong criteria dong proportional advancement criteria proportional advancement criteria mane whenever you are acting you are considering your proportional survival and growth okay in short your personal success you are considering that we consider so guamane di choose ko dong be popular pressure okay ki ne de kon strong lead then kon in law official to did which okay okay ne de kon lot ke ki ne de ko yang wi mona non kan di gwaro ne for your political survival okay, especially sang election right now kan ne kon chungro ken long la kan base ke idea mit na kon ani ti kon wan okay ko bi survive ko ba ko juro ga dong di ko win so gwa man leader ba gwaro ngota ba gwaro ne de kon ten kon la popular okay ki lead in kon ta ke say we ki ten kon dong ne de ko ga de kon deal re which right ko ba ko survive politically okay so madong partisan criteria okay partisan criteria gwamani will be interest of your organization the army foreign office teacher again rob ko ko ke national interest national interest from there bukula agba dome gwamdong the national interest there back okay amadong foreign independence criteria so gwamane la ko pa long less developing country certain we daga africa tin ko ndo kungot could defend Kongota kayak colonial state okay for everything for security for financial support for technology everything could defend them so gwamani long audita and foreign policy do kuja make based on waje dan and no waje dan min could defend kaje okay waje dan could defend kaje basically again make policy no kutung one okay. So gwamene tiga difficulties ko dong di way to defend ki di national interest di promote ko di ko she give up ko by ko support we di ko depend ke okay we gonna ko depend ke. So topic dana dong understanding foreign policy and foreign policy behavior okay. So rede chane foreign policy wo ngo chane which okay. Foreign policy ka simple time da kon lare policy which manan lare kon in relation to ngo to we the kon tin tra we mon okay. So jan para ka sort of objective okay ko objective ni kan instrument ni tin kon tin to we ka adapt ko dita ko bukan relationship be ta ba mar ka ka we the kon bukan a guide okay bukan a guide. So in foreign policy ko relate ka national interest ka one way or other okay ko relate okay ko di ko national interest long then wala long kung ka foreign policy okay ka foreign policy the other thing ka foreign policy objective ko je kon jago ko objective ne. So there are three criteria okay ka classification dung wada dung foreign policy objective. So man mo foreign policy manana lal ka ba value the ba which an objective to go id di ka which okay maraw de nyok ba nyok which tam tare banangone an objective ma ko de a ship right the audience demand dana bole lite ma be force ko ko istede dong international system ko an foreign policy o amar kam din wo dong okay. So an objective no money demand manini be impose no ka international system ka istede ya ko yerlet teacher ga ndoro me back which okay. So me cha which based on those criteria by objective by classify into three okay. Take a core values and interests key short range objective okay can middle range goal key middle range objective and then ke universal long range goal. So these three kan objective minu kata nyin foreign policy okay. So remember kon short range objective three kan objective in content tin basic ni nyin week basic principle of foreign policy kan objective three they become what a article of peace okay to good society who can accept without any questioning them okay. So kind of question ko kan the basic in way dun in foreign policy ka dun okay. Kan teacher ga interim they are related to muta to self preservation or political and economic system and many people can culture go on to which okay and many territorial integrity dungu kara dungu state as you can see trigger kan the very basic teacher then negotiate o kan the lifeline in kara in which okay and in which kan goal teacher ga interne kan ka goal mostly long everyone is willing to make ultimate sacrifice ko de ga shipping goal tree ko kan the basic goal in which okay kan the basic goal te kon ke middle range objective okay kan middle range objective te ne ko ga vary between the state okay ko ga vary ke state no one ti kel ma da ka vary la ngodi and level of economic man technological progress chicken for win ta dial okay and many military capabilities te kan kada okay ko ta kan kada ma ze kan demand ke objective mi je entry bika different okay bika different okay. So kan objective tree long basically kangune ke economic based by nature okay ka tin ko dong da waja te development technological achievement de lld long ta dong da na the technology mi de improve je okay ke de lat ke je wit many social welfare many building infrastructure many of the service ni de provide which te jara gan trene mid range objective ni ga in foreign policy ga. As you can see chicken da char winya dial ko te wi ti chika balbot rin won ko wi ko struggle chicken ga jak kan te daga ri chi kon ji africa mur kon tele kon social welfare mu go tele kon infrastructure to go tele kon survey ni to go man technology bo ko yem okay. So three ko mo ke middle objective okay ke middle objective to conquer long range objective. So the jar country ke vision ki a dream in kono ku state okay tin kono go state ke da achieve from wada ka external relation okay ka external relation. These are vision or dream of the state to be achieved in external relation okay in external relation. For instance country they include they include protecting historical signing tradition language cultural norm social economic system Waramuda from influence ng other state, okay, ko ngay konen important relation ke international system kuna ro ken influence, okay, mi jin wen mi chi buma wa ke jin wen mi weak, okay, ka foreign policy baji bi weje dong be nyin ga be ga bay fo zero, okay, baji colonize ka do mo dong ko modern colonization ta ko by colonize ideologically, okay, by colonize. So another one ka kan dira ga ndren state dong be on ko dong be ideology de man social norm man culture de on ko ba expand, okay, toward other state, okay. For achievement dien kan digital kan tin kan long range objective tree long gor kan power, okay, gor kan power ko no power must be considered in achieving this long range goal, okay, the long range objective. Topic down on foreign policy behavior, okay. uh, Arnold welfare gwamane three possible parent in foreign policy behavior chaga suggest, okay. One of them foreign policy behavior madong la waja gor ba preserve, okay, namon to self preservation. Ka foreign policy behavior mane wala waja wan be ngota be status quo da be maintain no position na be maintain, okay. Example lo self preservation foreign policy behavior mane USA, okay. Ko USA on je bongolelta be position ne ko jala world superpower ne be maintain ko international system. Madong cell extension, okay. Cell extension mane will be system be a little be revised for was you in your own favor, okay, in your own favor. Example my long ka wiji ti you wa je roken, okay. Jet ke china ne to wa je roken ti ko be ben gor kono be kana superpower, so be can gulelda be can power be can influence, okay, ke be kan ono be kan influence yen bukan ja ko spread we mon ko dita ko dong daga bera la mota ala superpower, okay. Esa nata so win tong walong ko infrastructure bill ko mun tong man ko klat wa manita we ko system ko reconstruct, okay, ko reconstruct ko dita ko be position be ger ko dong da ko ba superpower, okay. Madong self abnegation, okay. Self abnegation wa mane ku system ki ku relation do kuje adjust ki kuje revise mu ka favor dun ka da dun waje dong ki dun ram dong, okay. Na long la to ko ngoda la to ko mu ke pressure and influence from external powerful state, okay. Chat ke jen yuaze ta mara ga je ke wija pur ka tong wan mar mi ku benefit je long ki go an je long, okay, ko te ga power luno en tara lat relationship ko je lat ke je long based on term na ke tin ko la jen bi akolo mar ke jamana. So developing state je mi ko lar ka la ngota ka la vulnerable ka jen influence mi ke jana mi ki ka jen behavior mi ke jana mana, okay. So self preservation or position be maintain be gang cell extension or be go to be influence be extend be win, okay. Self abnegation or be win superpower be given influence ko be a relationship be a real ka do dan ko favor ja long, okay. So topic dan dong foreign policy dimension, okay. So check kon foreign policy behavior kon jak every state one take the following dimension like a war, okay. Okay, take alignment, okay. Scope then mode of operation, all right. So alignment simply a formal agreement on align key neutrality. The formal agreement again ko dong biar ni ten ni biar mat key bichong jin product lagin, all right. So take the following type, okay. Take align, neutrality, and an alignment, okay. Then align simply a formal agreement ko dita ko begin a part of group the broken align ko yene to biar kulak ke muda ke military assistant, okay. So it is a formal agreement to provide mutual military assistance, okay. Neutrality simply a stand or formal non membership in welfare affair, okay. Bangaji chung korwado tele mi tan ci betanya wo chien tal wajib ne mat lo bi chong din korwado, okay. Nana alignment simply kan ya te kan gen neutrality but it bro do operate che blar to tackle ke nang okay bita ta bi ko no okay so gwa mane cho to long ko cool war me che developing state kan no chikan tel win bi ro ke na line ke ko wi daro de kon bi ta daro gwa mo no okay bi ta daro gwa mo no amadong is scoop okay scoop mane simple ta dan ko influence dun we ko expand ke ko extend ke throughout the world we mon okay outside the world da kon we ka global time wa mane ta dan en ko influence we ko spread throughout the world we mon ke lo ta dan ti ke influence ke ti relation ko we to long we mon okay so na mane actual ke ngoda actual ke broad scope okay ko de ko chubu win to one ke ti ke link we to long we mon okay ti ke link ko we to long we mon so example would be USA okay would be USA so modong regional term okay regional term so ka regional term wa mane ta ko bas and which influence cha u ban dong long dum no ta ke influence ko ngota ko wi ko ta kan ke region ke okay mana ta kan ke nai foreign country for example Ethiopia right now influence don't to that extent far beyond Africa but ka corner of Africa a very powerful state okay ngai ke je in Ethiopia okay ngai ke je corner of Africa then isolation gwamane state me for different reason take a less contact with one okay okay la che goro be interact along with one so example da North Korea can we the con then che goro dong da interact with one long so madong ka foreign policy dimension mode of operation okay so mode of operation me simply ta da ne chi no ku government ja ke state ja ga bo operate ga okay ka te kon lede okay so rede ta unilateral ten okay so unilateral gwa mane o dong da state da ja go be nyin ka ba la den kwada okay independently ala ta lu ni be ka cooperate okay mana ngoro da nyok bilateral okay bilateral mane o dong da taro da cooperate da kan do da kan lat ke okay malat kan mona okay so madong multilateral multilateral gwa mane o da waiting one to more than two da cooperate ko de me gor ko ne de la okay kan de altere interne ko defend ka interest kan willingness okay ka power dung state okay ko mo long me state me independent me ta power economically along la jamal prepare tangwane o te tangwan de la den kroare okay however there are time to don't da coverage with one ko de tira kan ro de okay so mi cerca janamo and mode of operation mani long quite determine interest ke willingness ke power dung state topic dan donc instrument in foreign policy okay trine ke different tool okay tin kon tin ku which okay kwe national interest de kwe ja achieve ke through guiding of their foreign policy okay through guiding of their foreign policy ko foreign policy again ku dol kwa national interest kwa la larga jamon okay en kwa la larga jamon so radian kan instrument ron diplomacy okay diplomacy mane simply art of conducting international relation okay between naturals set get diplomat okay to ko with different with ko ka present okay so teacher again can be engage privately or public dialogue ko be ke tin kon to wini ken began ga communicate ke began galat okay ko da ka mar di right so jan formal ke official communication or dialogue between people different parties okay different parties tin kono ko stand ro ko represent okay rule for effective diplomacy long ko begin realistic okay manana gore ba me de achieve okay ba me de achieve mara wada wo begin very careful ko manana lade ko yen ro ko wi de kon begin careful ko what you are saying okay so your word begin figure up carefully okay carefully uh, manong will be other side manano rayen be understand mi chang chi amat ke chang gwalien bi goro bi afashire da manan lade ko ladga ni foreign ladga ni international interest okay ladga national interest madang will become one good basic okay both of you be come on good manan go ko yi indial biya par gwa chi bu goro de da gwa no we da karwada so biya par kam dun chang ngwayen biya goro biya lat ka biya mana dong de yamat de yen chupten okay ke de yen to di madong o bijini fashion okay kama na gol ki mana la de bijini fashion gede madong o biya ro kon pal gwa madong de retreat gede okay you have to retreat okay ko chi ada burten woni long so biya lat mana biya retreat bo ko dong de la de sang dong okay so ro ko nguna ke rule of effective diplomacy okay effective diplomacy the other tool, key instrument, foreign policy, economic instrument, okay. Hada mga economic very important. Ko bi changa di de ko wi de kong kia bi mar de ko wi de kong, okay. So state dong de we de word kia de fani through muda through manipulation of economic policies, okay. Kan economic instrument ro manama tariff, okay. Tariff gwamane o dong di tag impose, okay. Mata wen mi sia gwa jatama mi dong sia ro ko lengo gwa dong di tag di fani di tag di infos for example me si america me pa trump ne che tarif che infos long ko wi wan especially china ko me tag no china ka america me ba mo ka tarif di okay so gwa mane we be fani ka tag mo ser ga yana tarif mane ka tag mo la ko infos ngota or import keg for okay or import keg for so mo dong quarter gwa mane wo bi product ni nin waje dong di ke limit ke di ke control okay dong di ke control gwa dana nong waje jen ngo no ngwa wido di ke control ke dong di ke limit wo chitin wan chi ke bo we da ko do me ne okay ko chi go ba ko ko long ke chi go ba dong ba ba yong wan jak ama dong boycott okay wa man boycott wa man wo dong di look ke dong di ko nin waje dong di ke kap chong okay dong di ke kap chong dong ji la ko dien di no wana na ko dong te ma chi le rum dong di lo ko kwa ga na more dong di lo ko ke so ma dong embargo okay embargo mane ho dong di ngwak ban min ke en weji chet ke jana mo weji ta ma chi lo ko jamane dong di nin ka ban ko de ko nong dor okay ke dong di ka ban ba ko de o kwa weji dong okay dong di ka ban ko de ko kwa weji dong ma dong e loan ke credit ke currency manipulation gwa mane loan long dong di we di mo loan me wen dong me kwa mo no di mo loan da den da ni da la di da ka lo pe gru okay ti da ga internet ke la ka mo na as a chi ga ru cha da la ru wa ni long but at the same time ke ru wa na tam mo ko di we lo ko be den ge ji ru dong de chang ba ka lo pe ga do ka yo wan yo okay so da gong ga foreign aid okay foreign aid ne cher ga yo cher ga transfer of technology military management technical assistant ko na ga te me de jam ke re la quick la ga ka ma wi de kon kon mar ga te lo ga ko dong da ga mar do ko adi de okay so de jara kan interne kan economic instrumentary ka re la wi ka use ko ba ngol ko ba foreign relationship de ba re la ka ga ki ba wi de kon den dong te ka mi ga ga na ki ta no ka ba ga fani ke ba ga war do cher ga ya na mo okay topic down last foreign policy dung Ethiopia okay so na mane bana oten briefly ma the long path okay bana talk foreign policy during Teddy Rose okay during Teddy Rose the second okay Teddy Rose chawan long ba dai ne foreign policy madong madaw beyond Horn Africa chawan long da develop okay jan bane goro ya long ne bo da United Ethiopia they create okay they create so to idea of modernity many modern army at that time ni chu introduce okay chu introduce so che gorba long over the Ethiopia they recognize a western Christian world okay che Britain ni Russia ni nante kon menamen prime ni che gorlong oda kan country Ethiopia da kan lele da kan recognize kada kan look okay ko do dan goro look so che gorda diplomatic relationship mo ne da establish ko de loko ngota de loko da nyin we de kon ke ni menege de kon at that time okay so che tool go Christianity long gente use ngota gente use la instrument ngata long foreign policy ko gwe je mi wa mon wa Christian ba lo Christian de kon ti okay bi kan loko bane te nyin ba nyin ne te na so cha feel ko ngota ka Britain ka France ka Russia ko we tere ga internet ka Christian state cha feel ka long ko de loko da nyin ngota da nyin ka truk okay ke Egyptian ke Islam ida ne jiben rewe gwamane te kan koraga so long chango che Christianity che use la nguta la foreign instrument okay la foreign instrument ke foreign policy de okay badong a foreign policy during Johannes the First okay Johannes the First jana me chite do ros jaguar so like the rules and Johannes long we believe Islam a threat okay Islam a threat so straight ko na kor ga at that time ko gor kan witu malong si Egypt cha wana oda ngolel cha wana oda vulunal okay da control okay cha wana oda ada vulunal da control however cha kan long ko cha joj ka ngota ka bod ngota ka 1875 ka 1876 ka battle of Wounded and Gura okay cha joten so and is the first one to collaborate long ka British but chawo jojo show lukor ka madis ne okay meaning ka madis ne so foreign policy mo dong dung man the second okay mechi yuan mechi liu man the second king at that time Kashua region okay Kashua region gwa kan ne chola king of Ethiopia chawan long ko be influence be expand to one mota to what parts of and is okay ko be witi gidini kwi wako is ne kane kwi wako is kane south ne che goro ba ka incorporate ke ba ka mari peacefully ki mechi witi jara gan rom yi kana lok then be ka mari ka bom okay chawan long so the southward expansion policy long ka je ne ngana mane odita ode seaport there access okay there seaport there access so one at that time to work at many treaty ka treaty to one long ko dong de ngwak challenge de ga solve okay ko do mo ma ta ke de ma la ga pet so one of the treaties long treaty of Uchala okay treaty of Uchala mane treaty of Uchala mane cha ta ni long ko de ngwak de ko de avoid so they don't want the government to solve peacefully okay they want to solve peacefully so the significant here the major breakthrough ka man le long adwa victory okay so adwa victory mani long major itel ni ta jo ka battle adwa then che many European states che chuja ko bi ngulel bi Ethiopia be can recognize as ngota as in independent African state okay as independent African state foreign policy madong during Haile Selassie okay Emperor Haile Selassie so Haile Selassie along Chawano be strong and centralized bureaucratic empire be create okay so and taje create the bolong charas pang di long chaje ko international community okay chaje ka international community so and Haile Selassie ke Rastafari ko la chala Rastafari sometime che Ethiopia ba members of League of Nations in 1923 che facilitate ko Ethiopia cha member of League of Nations so Ethiopia ba at that time bolong che significant long ka maintaining international peace and security che la long ko chero commit ko de ko be contribute ko muda ka peacekeeping operation ka Korea ka 1951 amani ko Congo ka 1961 okay so gwa melong ka Emperor Haile Selassie o cha centralized government long chaon ko balel ko ba government ba centralized ka ba stronger okay ko no che respect di che long ka international community ka achievement long ba che Ethiopia ja ko ba members ka League of Nations okay ka je contribute long ko international peace and security okay so foreign policy mo dong foreign policy during military government okay dung dergi okay so meche dergi meche control meche tech and 1974 che different foreign policy che okay ko ba more socialist ideology okay ba more socialist ideology so primary objective belong ka foreign policy dian kan dergi long survival of regime okay ko regime ba survive okay ba survive ka ba territorial integrity dung wait okay ba maintain okay ba maintain ko tel win bi mdong da way the invade ka tel win mdong da way the colonize okay so major strategies de long to achieve kan objective in country long o bangolel o to focus long ko military capability in country ga ba bil okay ba bil ko military by strong okay ko military by strong so the last long foreign policy of Ethiopia post 1991 after Meiji ngadaga federal government jak yadik okay yadik pare Meiji weche kan okay so Meiji weche kan yadik pare then che dev new foreign policy and orientation man objective ni cha dab okay policy. So in the post 1991 period Ethiopia foreign policy long la de long ko bangolel ka ba national interest kan security long ba le lidi ba promote okay ba ensure national interest is working okay la national interest ka security don't wait tetna gwa okay so jende foreign policy de long ne and post 1991 period okay so the other foreign policy ba long already or by military capability by BL ko bi wait bomb okay ko wait bata date boom okay so no too long kan the bang kan the foreign policy okay in Ethiopia throughout the years okay throughout the years uh, they take what is the foreign policy of this current government okay dung PP barang mutara mengenai nanti darah the comment section okay so thank you very much again yang awar chapter 2 no mana I hope cha loy dun makan loy dun beran take comment section dong de la on ko de la loy de ko dong de la loy de mana until then banijek thank you